Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Star Tarot, and today we're going to be doing another collective and timeless reading to see just thought I'd take a look at that Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, so we're just going to see what our ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels would like to deliver to us as a message today. And we're just going to be asking what messages we need to hear from our guides, from our ancestors, our angels that are watching over us. Just see what we need to know right now. What's important for us to know. Oh, there we go. Knight of Pentacles. All right. So whatever's going on for you right now, we're making steady and slow progress. Steady, not slow as in a bad thing, but like slow as in stable, long lasting, establishing foundations for something that's going to be really important for us in the future. She's got her pentacle there. She's feeling pretty proud of it too. Let's just get some more cards here first. So maybe you've been feeling a little bit insecure about what you've been working on or working towards, but Knight of Pentacles tells me that those things are coming towards you in exactly the way that they're meant to, in a way that is going to be something that you can handle. Yeah, Five of Swords. So sometimes Five of Swords can indicate arguments, competitions, but usually it's a battle on the mental plane. Sometimes mind games, sometimes, yeah, arguments involving words, right? And sometimes, you know, we're the person that's holding the swords and we can feel pretty good, but sometimes it's like, even if we win, it doesn't feel like a win, right? But let's just get some more cards first. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. I like that. All these yoga women. I like it. Been trying to stretch more. Yoga's really good for that. Gives us peace of mind, doesn't it? Okay, let's see what else. What else do we need to know about the situation? So maybe the conflict that's indicated here is not actually something that is something you got to worry about at all, because it seems like with the Wheel of Fortune here, and it's turning out in your favor. Maybe there were some, you know, arguments that were happening now or in the past that you were worried about. You were worried about some sort of conflict here. But whatever it is, it's all kind of working out in your favor. And maybe it's sort of a long game thing with the Knight of Pentacles here. That maybe what seems like is a loss is actually a win in the long run. Yeah, Ten of Cups, because you're heading towards Ten of Cups. You're heading towards a happy ending, for sure. Wheel of Fortune and Ten of Cups. Wow, that's pretty, doesn't get much better than that. Yeah. So whatever, you know, if there's something, a conflict going on right now with other people involved, I don't think it's going to be something that really harms you, or it's not going to be as serious as you might think. Because, and even if it is, it's actually working in your favor. Or things are going to end up turning in your favor in a major way. So rest assured with that. I think you need to, you know, take some assurance in that and not feel so worried at all. Yeah. Wow. Ace of Wands and Page of Swords. Ooh. Yeah. There's some new opportunity here that you're getting out of this that's going to really help you out in the end. It's really going to send you on your path in a really powerful way. Ace of Wands, yeah. I'm getting an indication of power, like you're gaining power from this. And the pages, they're learning, they're students, right? So I think whatever conflict may have happened before or in the past or is going to happen, but I get the indication that it's in the past. You have gained knowledge from this. You've gained skills. You've learned. You've been learning how to adapt to these situations, and that learning has added to your own worth, like your own ability to handle situations, like handling bad luck and things like that. Like, just like, it's like you've gone through it and it's only made you stronger is what I'm getting. Whatever did not work out in your favor worked out in your favor in the end. Like, it's really indicating good fortune for me, or to me. It just, yeah, like the Ace of Wands here, something new might be coming in for you, like new passion, new insights. Like, it's almost like someone turning away from something that just wasn't working out for them. It just wasn't something suited to them. Maybe a group of people, like family or coworkers or something like that. People that were not suited to you, a situation that wasn't suited to you. And you're looking at the long game now. You're looking at, where do I want to be in the future? Where do I really want my journey to end up? And that is what's turning the wheel for you. Because you're seeing things in such a light that it's like, I can choose what I want and go for it and make that happen for myself. You're choosing to see a happy future for yourself instead of being trapped in negative thinking. And it's leading to all these, inspiring thoughts. Like your thinking is changing to be so much more positive. And that's what the Page of Swords Page of Swords indicates to me, is that you really learn to master your mind. Or you're in that kind of learning phase of seeing how controlling your thoughts really controls your reality. Because before, maybe there was some, it's like an energy of being stuck in the mud, stuck in the conflict, stuck in the negative, right? Like, because sometimes people can drag us down into arguments and silliness and negative perceptions, negative views of the world. And you're realizing that you're in the driver's seat. You can say, you know what, I'm not going to focus my energy there. I'm going to focus my energy here because this is what I want to happen. This is where I want any of my energy, if I had to spare, to go towards. This is where I want it to be. And that is going to lead to really amazing things for you. Ace of Wands, like new ideas, new passion. Like, you might be changing careers, or even just like the trajectory of your life even. Like, you've gained some mastery, you've gained some power just by deciding that you're not going to let those things control you anymore. It's really going to lead to amazing things. So, I think you should be proud of your work, because it's not easy to break out of that kind of thinking. It's not easy to break out of, mindsets and programs that we've, been raised in. It's really hard. And especially if we spent a long time in that kind of state or situation. But it's all because you are taking care of yourself. You're really thinking, I want what's best for me for the long haul, right? Knight of Pentacles. I want the long journey to be great for me. And you're going to do it because you're really mastering your thoughts, mastering your energy. And it's really beautiful. Okay. What do you desire? Yeah, that's it. You're figuring out what it is you really want, what you really desire. You have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's desire. That's what you're realizing here, is that everything really is in your control. Everything really is up to you. And that can be really intimidating sometimes, but it also can be, empowering, right? Because we realize we can make things happen if we decide we want them. We can visualize, we can see what we want and head towards it in our minds and in our reality. Yeah. So what do you desire? Because if you're not quite sure, if you're trying to head towards a better future, but you're not exactly sure what that is yet, maybe this is indicating you'll be spending more time thinking about that, moving towards that kind of outcome. Asking yourself the questions you need to ask yourself. What do I desire? What makes me happy? What do I truly want in this world? What do I want to accomplish? Right? What does happiness look like to me? And I'm just noticing here, it's really interesting. She's wearing this sort of reddish shawl here. And she's also wearing this red dress here. But then I'm also looking, she's wearing a red coat and she's got a red jacket. So the color red seems really important here. Maybe it's an important color to you. Maybe it's your favorite color. Or maybe it's just the energy of that color that's important to you right now. Like red makes me think of like action, fire, movement, taking action. So there could be something there for you with wearing the color red even. Maybe you need to channel that energy more. I even think of like root chakra, right? That's our lowest chakra, and it has to do with our finances, our stability, food even, like it just, like our health, our physical body, right? So there's something here about that energy for you now. Maybe that's an indicator that it's healing, because maybe that was not healed for you for a long time. And now that it's beginning to heal, you're starting to make movement happen for yourself in that direction where your stability, your future, everything to do with the foundations of your life are changing now, because that aspect of you is being healed. And, we can have, a lot of people can have a damaged root chakra because of, instability in our early lives. Even struggles with money can affect that as well. So if we're healing, and, she's got a coin here, so maybe it is to do with our mindsets around money and finance and abundance, and whether we will have those things in the future. So it could be an indicator that you're healing your mindset around money, and especially scarcity thinking is healing for you now. Maybe because you have healed your mindset around scarcity thinking, things are beginning to move in a different direction for you. So that is really powerful. Even the flowers are red here. So there's definitely something going on there with your root chakra. If you want to enhance your root chakra, help it out a bit, you can eat red foods, like red berries, red fruit. Red meat is also really helpful for your root chakra. Just having a balanced diet in general is really helpful, because the root oversees our health, right? And, think about it. Health is a very important foundational thing, right? When it comes to taking action in the world, doing anything in this world, we have to have a healthy body, a healthy life, right? So there could be something there for you to think about. But it just could be, I think already you're taking action, though. I think you've decided something, and you've had clarity. You've decided that, it's up in your head, it's up in your mind, whether you take action or not. And so you are going to do that now. You've decided that you're going to figure out what it is that you want to head towards, and you're going to go there. All right. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do butterflies. Yeah, see if there's any changes coming in, or what changes we're enacting now. Yeah, what changes are we coming towards now? Taking on. Okay. Realizations and epiphanies. Well, that goes right along with Page of Swords, doesn't it? Yeah, confirmation. Yeah, epiphany is the right word here. You're having an epiphany about how your mind has played a role in all this. How your thinking affects your day-to-day actions. Okay. Adult children. Interesting. Might even take a look in the book. Got that red color coming through again, huh? In the background. It's just funny. It keeps showing up. Adult children, yeah. Whenever I see the adult children card, I always think of like, you know, when we grow up and we were forced to be, you know, adults before our time. Like, we're forced to be adults when we're children. Or sometimes when we don't get the necessary things that we need in our childhood, and we end up getting into adulthood without the proper instruction and skills that we need to help us through in our adulthood. Like, something was missing in our childhood that made it difficult. Like, it's like you had a bit of a delay on things. Maybe that's why this was such a struggle before, because, you know, you weren't given the things that you needed when you were young to help you enter into adulthood with confidence, with knowing what you really want. Like, maybe you were a bit sheltered, or just like had someone that was overbearing, or just wasn't allowing you to explore what you really liked, what you really desired. It can also be about your adult children. Like, you could have children and they are adults now, and that's something that's shifting for you. But I really get the sense that this is about an individual finally coming out of childhood in a way. Like, it's like they're, you know, and that's kind of a mark of an adulthood, right? When we finally decide that we're going to take charge of our lives and be the masters of our own lives, and not let others control it, right? Yeah. Just seeing if there's other indications here. Seeking counseling help for adult children of alcoholics. It's very, very specific, but, you know, that could be something to think about is, you know, did you have a parent that wasn't acting as the adult in the situation that they should have been? And how did that affect you? How did that affect you to this point in your thinking? How did that, you know, cause delay, right? Because it can, you know, and we have to struggle with things early in life that aren't really our burdens to bear. It can really have an impact on us. It can really make us see the world in a limited way, you know, because we think we have all these burdens that we're not supposed to. But we don't realize that because we've never known anything else. Yeah. I think maybe, you know, it could also be that you were maybe burned out a bit growing up like that. And maybe you put some delays on your own happiness, your own dreams, right? Because you had these things to deal with going on, that it just felt like, maybe I can't do these things, right? Maybe I can't achieve that dream because look what I've had to deal with so far, or I'm tired, or I can't do this. Like, we get a lot of I can'ts out of that kind of childhood, I think, when we have that kind of struggle growing up. So And it doesn't even have to be a very traumatic childhood. It could just be, a childhood where, we have parents that just didn't allow us to really explore ourselves, explore our desires, explore our creativity. Like, we can really be stifled sometimes by parents that, feel that they need to direct us or feel that they know what's best and don't listen to, what the child is indicating that they want to follow as their path, right? And I think that goes along well with realizations and epiphanies. Realizing that, I've never really had a moment to really decide what I want or decide what's really good for me. I've always been in survival mode, or I've always been thinking about money only and what do I have to do to achieve this or that, or I've only ever followed the desires that were desires based around what would my parents be proud of, or what would I feel accomplishment from that sense of recognition from my family, right? Not what you really actually liked or made you happy, right? So it's very, it kind of blows your mind when you finally realize these things and be like, wow, I've never really decided what I want, right? Like, it's so funny how we get pulled into things in life that just make us do things out of a sense of duty or a sense of, or even just feeling like we have to. There's a lot of things in life we don't have to do, but we get tricked into thinking we have to. It's kind of messed up, but it's true. We really do. But the beautiful thing about this reading is that you are realizing all of this. And it takes so much to realize it. Some people never figure it out. Some people never realize that their desires aren't really their desires. They're someone else's. Right? And you are figuring that out for yourself. And maybe that's what this Five of Swords conflict is about, because sometimes when we decide those things for ourselves, we say, I don't need this, I need this. Other people who are used to that old version of us can, resist that. And it's not even like a malicious thing sometimes. Sometimes it's just they don't like change. And when people change around them, it scares them. So they pull on their attachment to us and be like, no, stay the same for me. But you can't do that. You can't stay the same forever for other people to make them happy. You have to make yourself happy. And that, again, is part of this realization is I have to follow my desires. I have to follow what makes me happy. Right? And you're so going to do that. It's all here. Ace of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. You're realizing, you're figuring it out, and you're going for it. And that is such a huge epiphany. Right? Again, epiphany, Page of Swords. She's figuring it out. And that takes a long time. That takes a lot of effort to really realize it, to understand. Maybe I'm overstating it, but I don't think so. I think that it can take a long journey to figure that out for some people. And again, some people never figure it out. So be proud of yourself for, maybe you're the first in your family to ever do that. Or even in your ancestral line, to really ask yourself, what do I want? And decide to go for it. And say, to heck with this, nonsense of, I have to do this, I have to do that. You don't. Wow, 33, master number. Lithium quartz. Yeah. Oh my god, and the color red again. We really got that red color coming out. It's a bit of a burgundy brownish red, but the tone is definitely in the reds. Yeah, red is a big part of this reading. I don't know if that's something that means something to you. But maybe you're Chinese, because they love the color red, don't they? It's a big part of their culture. But it just feels like there really is something powerful about it. I even think of blood, bloodlines too. But I strongly feel that it's root chakra based. And money, values about money they're all based in the root chakra too, right? So something about your root chakra is really healing right now. And lithium quartz indicates interconnectedness too, right? Feeling harmony, feeling peacefulness and joy. So I think now that you're deciding this, and it's going to bring you so much joy continuously, and maybe you're already feeling it, that's going to get easier to just follow your passions, because it's going to be rewarding. It's going to be something that makes you feel so good that you're like, oh my gosh, I should have done this all along. Yeah. But becoming still also is a part of that, right? Not letting our heads pull us into that old thinking, right? And because lithium quartz is about being in our bodies too, so we can have that joy and stillness. So maybe that is what part of the root chakra aspect is about, is focusing on your health, focusing on being in the moment, has allowed you to have these epiphanies, because before maybe you were just going with the flow, right? Never stopping and thinking, what do I want, right? And you have within you all that you need, right? You don't have to look externally for something to help you. You have all the power within you. And you also have the power to bring yourself joy as well, right? Like, there can be so many overstimulating things in this life, like distractions everywhere. And when we have that power to bring calm into our lives, we have that mastery to recognize when things are overstimulating us, overwhelming us, and pull back from it. Recognize when something is not for us. Like that involves our body, right? Because our body will tell us first. When something's wrong for us, we'll feel it in our body. It will feel sick, we'll feel wrong, we'll feel on edge. And when you understand how to communicate with your body in that way, it can guide you towards what you want. It can tell you when something's wrong for you. And then you don't have to waste time in that thing wondering, is this for me, right? It could also indicate like healing your nervous system, I think, too, because you have this adult children card. Makes me think of like a rough childhood, right? And maybe that left your nervous system kind of frayed, and even your root chakra a little bit damaged, or just, in distress. And you had to take time to heal that. You had to take time to reconnect with your body, reconnect with your mind, your heart, and your soul, to get back into this state of mind where I can head towards the things that I want. It took a long time to heal, I think. And I think you should give yourself some credit for doing that, because that's not easy. It really isn't. It's not an easy journey. Let's just get some archangels as well. I think your ancestors are really rooting for you, because I think it's been a hard journey. Oh my gosh, victory! Yay! Sandalphon, your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Yeah. Have faith that it's all going to work out for you, because it is. Like, it is. Victory's on its way to you. You have victory and Wheel of Fortune. Like, things are going to work out. Don't let the mind trick you, right? And I think that's another part of it too, is recognizing that we can get more into a healing era, but there's always going to be those times where we get pulled out of it, right? And that doesn't mean that we're failing or that we haven't actually healed. It just means that we recognize how something affects us, and we know how to deal with it. Like, that's what healing is. It's not that the things don't affect us. They affect us. It's just that we know how to deal with it. We know how to handle it. And we can recognize it right away. That's the difference. We recognize when something bothers us. And we say, no, I'm going to do this to help myself, because I don't want myself to be distressed by this. And that is so different than when someone is affected by something that triggers them and it ruins their day or it ruins their momentum, and they let it happen, and it's not their fault, but it's, you know, we have the power in the situation to help ourselves, right? It's up to us. As scary as that feels, like it's up to us to help ourselves. And we can have all the help that we want too. Like we can have counselors and we can have friends, we can have support systems too, and those all help as well. But at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to our heart and our minds, right? So and it's not even that we have to be like tougher or stronger. It's that we have to be more compassionate, more loving towards ourselves. That is the key. That's when we're healing. That's when we're truly powerful, is when instead of being upset that we got upset, we turn to ourselves and say, you deserve a hug. You deserve love and compassion and peace right now because this has been hard, right? It's when we turn to ourselves with love and understanding, and we do that as a response to the distress. Instead of berating ourselves, that's when we're in the healing. Our healing time, our healing era, right? Oof. This is a powerful reading. This is like a lot of like intense emotions, but also just like, it feels empowering. It feels like, yeah, like this is how it's gonna be. This is how it's gonna all work out for us, you know? Have no fear. Think of that song, No Fear. Yeah. And it's such a confidence boost when we know we can be there for ourselves, right? We can handle anything, right? And the universe only gives you what you can handle. So it's gonna be okay. 9 of Pentacles, yeah. I drew that at the beginning, didn't I? Or I didn't draw it. It was just on the table and I picked up and looked at it. But it was like the lady in the garden, right? Now we got a little rabbit lady in the garden. But to me, this, you know, this is like a woman that's really at peace and happy in her garden, and she's feeling really good with all her pentacles around her. Her guardians are around her, her little bird guardians. And the snail, that's very, that really resonates with Knight of Pentacles, because Knight of Pentacles is all about slow and steady, right? So is the snail. So things happen at their own pace, at the right pace for you. It's not going to be late. You're not late either. And especially I think adult children can feel that way, because if they get delayed by things in life, then by, you know, things that happen in life, right? Like sometimes we don't get the support we need or the support we should get, right? So sometimes it can feel like we're behind. I think millennials especially have that issue. I was hearing something about that, how millennials have this struggle with time because of all the things that have put delays on our generation, right? But what am I doing here? I just go intuitively with the spread, and sometimes I'm just like, what is happening? But they want to spread out. So we're going to just do this. Yeah. It'll all make sense in the end. Let's just get some more cards here. It's all working out very well with the crystal and the totem here today, because we have our dolphin, right? Dolphins, I know everyone in this channel who watches knows I associate them with joy and happiness, you know, leaping for joy. And then we have our aurora quartz, which, you know, is a stone, really helps us with optimism, feeling good, having those really positive feelings, positive about life, seeing the good side of life. This reading is just all about that. Seeing the good side of things, right? Because there's power in that, right? We see the good. We see the silver lining. Yeah, silver lining. Or no, that's in a cloud. Cloud, there's a silver lining, not a rainbow. I don't know, maybe there's a rainbow at the end of the cloud, right? I think rainbows are a good sign, right? Maybe they're a sign for you. But yeah, seeing the right sign too. part of this? Wow, Six of Pentacles. Okay. So maybe you're going to be getting some help here as well. Like, or maybe this just is telling you that when you take a leap of faith with this, I think that you're going to find that the things you need are going to be available to you. Like the universe is going to help you out, right? Because this is a card about giving and receiving, but it's right by the Wheel of Fortune too. And you also have the Nine of Pentacles. It just feels like you're not going to have to worry financially if you take a leap of faith with what you desire. Going for the things, right? What do you desire? It's right over that. If whatever you desire, the universe is going to help you get there. And it's not going to be like, you might just suddenly win the lottery. Who knows? Who can say? You got Wheel of Fortune here. But it just means like, whatever you need is going to be provided for you. And all I'm trying to say is that like, it doesn't always have to come in the form of money. But it can. It definitely can. But it can come in other strange forms, right? Like maybe something that you need will be just given to you, right? Like maybe someone will be getting rid of something. Like maybe you need a certain tool or a certain, like, I don't know, like maybe you need a drawing tablet or something like that. I know that's so random, but maybe you need one and you cannot get one, but because you don't have the money at the moment, but maybe someone's going to be getting rid of one and they're just going to give it to you. Something like that. Or like, or an art easel, or like a sewing machine, or like, I just feel like you're going to get the things that you need to do what you need to do kind of miraculously. Like, I think it's just going to kind of appear for you. But I also really, there's so many pentacles. I can't help but seeing you also get money for this. Like maybe you need money for classes or something, or to start a business and you're going to get that loan or just like, a relative is going to give you a bunch of money. Who knows? I think it's this one. This one's where I'm being drawn. Death. Yeah. Big change. Big dramatic change. You're transforming big time. Your old life is over, is what I'm hearing. So maybe you're just struggling to accept that, but like the old struggles are over. It's gonna be a whole new life for you. Whole new destiny. Because you've changed your destiny. I mean, it always kind of was your destiny, but I think what's happening here is you're directing yourself into the path, the timeline that's meant for you, because you're not being held back and you're not being delayed anymore. Maybe the delay was there for a reason. You had to learn some certain lessons. But now is the time. Now is the transformation time. Things are going to get moving. Things are going to get right on time, on track for you. So just be prepared for that. Be prepared for big change, but it's all good change. So yeah, be prepared to accept that. Accept good things. Because I think that's what's indicated here. All right. I think I'm going to end things there because my guides are indicating that's the end. So that's the end. But I'm happy you stayed to the end, and I hope this reading was helpful for you. It was really nice to read this and see someone going on this healing journey. I know it's not easy, but it's a beautiful thing. It's really beautiful, and your life's going to get so much better for you. So just keep your thoughts positive because you don't have to worry, right? Everything's going to work out. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.